Welcome, everybody, to the 901 Major Podcast. I'm your host, Patrick Crowder, the owner of the Insurance Shop in Tennessee and Oddfellow Stock Company. With us today is our co-host, Dr. Brandon Wally, the owner of Collierville Vision Center here in Collierville. Brandon, how you doing today, man?
Doing great. It's good to be back in the saddle. Been a little while since we've done one of these, so looking forward to it.
I know it's kind of crazy times, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Well, man, tell us about who we got on the podcast today.
We've got Coach Robinson, the Collierville High School basketball coach there, and I guess I've known him since about a year ago. We met, I guess, something like that. So you reached out to me. You saw some of the sports vision stuff I was doing and reached out to me, invited me out to the facility and showed me around. And it's a really, really nice facility. And then from what I understand, you've done even more updates since then. So we're excited to kind of hear your story and hear what's going on at Collierville and how the team's looking this year, and kind of looking forward to some of this stuff.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me come on. It's an exciting time right now. We actually have our first game tomorrow. So we're getting into the swing of things. We've been practicing for about 2 weeks, and we had an inter-squad scrimmage on Saturday. So just trying to mentally and physically be ready for our first game tomorrow. And then we also play at home on Friday. We have games at 4:30 against Rossville Christian and then 7:30 against Harding. So tomorrow we're actually on the road at Haywood. But, it's just a great time, right now with everything going on in the pandemic. It's just trying to get our kids to understand to, take care of themselves and, also make sure they do what they need to do because, the Memphis City schools aren't playing right now, and we're very fortunate to be playing. And so I'm hoping the kids really take it serious and just really lock in and enjoy the opportunity that they do have. And, this will be my second year here at Collierville. And last year we had an unbelievable year. We finished 20-12. And it was the best postseason finish since 1973 when they last won. They actually won the state championship that year. So the first time the schools made the regional semifinals since then. So, the one thing I think with Collierville and the opportunity to come back to Collierville just was something I couldn't pass up. I was in Florida the 4 previous years. Is just, obviously the facilities and the school and just something that, I love going into situations and building a program. This will be my 10th year as a head coach, and the 2 previous places before that, one was at Victory University, formerly Crichton College here in Memphis, was there and just starting the program there, and then going to Florida after the school closed and building that program up. So it was just a unique opportunity, but a situation that I really enjoy, and going in there and really putting an imprint into a program and kind of building it up on my own. But at the end of the day, you're only as good as your staff. We got an unbelievable staff and the support, from the community, the administration. And then, you got to make a few more baskets than the other team at the end of the day.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. I saw that first year kind of made a splash because I think it had been a while since Collierville even had a winning season. And then you come in first year in 20-12. First year and take them to the regional, which is awesome.
Yeah. Coach Mooneyham was before me, and he, people don't realize, Memphis basketball is so good. He actually did a really good job with the program. And sometimes it's all about timing, for us, we kind of, we won our 3 tournament games by 5 points, so, I really try to instill confidence in our kids throughout the year to, we got to win the close games. We got to find a way to win. And games decided by 5 points or less, we were 5-1. And it's just having those mental toughness, and challenging them throughout the year to be able to get them to be locked in and know, hey, we're trying to be the best team that we can be. And, there's going to be bumps along the road, but, when it's close games, we got to find ways to win. And so being able to do that was rewarding for our senior class. I think they made the regionals, the first round of regionals 4 years ago. Okay. In 2016 or maybe 15, I believe. But, the first time we've made the semifinals in quite a long time. But, this year, our expectation continues to, evolve and grow. And, the goal is to win a state championship. And, we got to continue to build on it, and we got to have high expectations. And then we got to continue to develop our youth programs to be able to get there.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a crazy year, just with everything that's going on. What I guess from last year's team, do you have some guys coming back that maybe seniors coming back that are going to be able to lead the team this year?
Yeah, so we have our second and third leading scorer back. Jordan Jenkins was our second leading scorer, and then Danny Perry was our third leading scorer. So those were, and they would both be seniors. And then we also have A.J. Bates and Jordan Coleman that are also played varsity last year. They return, and those guys are seniors. And then Madison Taylor started some at the end of the year, and he'll be a junior. He's a really good knockdown shooter, and then he's played really well so far in practice. So, we're excited for him. And then, we got our JV team was really good last year. Coach Thaxton did a great job, and I think our JV team went like 18-5. So,
Awesome,
we've got some kids that are going to be playing varsity this year. And, we got a kid that came over from White Station. He decided to come over since, Memphis City Schools weren't playing, and he's really, really, really good. And so he'll really help our program. His name is David Barnes, and he's a senior. So, we got a good mix of underclassmen. We got two really good freshmen that probably won't see time this year, but they got a chance to be really special. One's 6'7" and the other's 6'6". So, they've got physically they got to get stronger, but basketball-wise they got a chance to be really good, in the next couple years. So, it's exciting. We got a good group of guys, and our JV team's growing as well. And so, it's like playing Tetris and putting a puzzle together, just trying to move the parts and get everybody to buy in to have success.
It's so funny how, like, you got 6'6", 6'7" kids. When I played in a little small town in West Tennessee. Well, I bet our high school had less than 500 people, but at 6 foot, I probably would have been a power forward for our basketball team. That's what's kind of scary.
Yeah, well, same for me. Our school was about 600 back in Indiana. I'm like I'll say 6'3", but I'm like 6'2.5". But I grew out of high school, so I probably at the time was 6'1", and I was our second tallest player. So and down here, kids are growing like crazy, and it's just amazing. You just never know. Basketball, I didn't realize how good Memphis High School basketball was until coaching high school here, because when I was coaching college for 4 years, I would recruit kids from Memphis. Half my team was from Memphis High School kids. And, you see the good players, it's good, but it's like anything else. Until you're in it, you don't realize how good it is and then how tough it is to win. So, everybody's got a good player at every school here in Memphis.
Yeah.
I saw on the schedule y'all were going to be doing a little traveling, going to tournaments out of town, and I think y'all did that last year as well. So is that something new to the program, or have y'all always done something like that?
Yeah, I think in the past they've gone and played in different places. This year we were planning on going to Florida, but because of the pandemic and other stuff, this past summer we weren't able to have our camps and our in-school game, which are huge fundraisers for our program. So we're going to plan on going to Florida next year before Christmas. But last year we went to South Dakota and played in the Hoop City Classic, which was a great experience for our kids. We took them to Mall of America. We took them to Cavs, Timberwolves game. And, at the end of the day, I coach to impact young guys and young men to be able to, help instill in them the qualities that, hopefully they continue to learn as they grow and to being the best that they can be. And so, basketball, I love basketball. I want to win every game possible, but I have more of a gratifying feeling when kids become older and they have success in their own lives and they become the best that they can be because of the things that we taught them during basketball. So, it's just those experiences that they will always remember. They'll always remember going to South Dakota. I promise you, probably all of them except maybe one will never go back to South Dakota again. So it's just an experience that, they get to enjoy while playing the game of basketball. Basketball has been awesome to me. I feel like because of basketball, I've been to like 45 states. And just playing, when I worked at Memphis, we went to New York, played Madison Square Garden. We played in the Maui Classic. So we went to Hawaii. We've been everywhere because of basketball. And whether it be, at University of Memphis or when I was growing up, just going everywhere to play. And so basketball is an awesome game to develop relationships, and, those teammates become your friends and, maybe business partners or whomever it may be. It's just a great opportunity to, network and develop relationships.
So it's different times right now. So it kind of does stink that probably won't be able to do all the things that you want to be able to do, especially for the seniors. But what are some things, I guess, that the town of Collierville or the people of Collierville, what are some things that in kind of this crazy year and everything that we can do to help support the basketball team?
Well, I think, we will be able to have fans. So, anytime, have the opportunity to come watch us play, people don't, we try to play fast. We try to get up and down, and we're a fun team to watch, and so we want people to come out and see our kids. We try to do a lot of different stuff. So, obviously with social media being so prevalent these days, we try to do a really good job with social media, for our sponsors, for our program. And, Carville Vision's been awesome. They've helped us out. We've got some other companies that help out as well. And, we just try to really help our kids through that, and also visually through the social media, reach the community. We do our intro video, we are doing our ticket promotion or with the kids, and it gives a sense of pride for the seniors to be a part of what we're trying to do, because they're on the ticket pass for this year. And so there's just a lot of things that we try to implement, for the community, as well as for our kids to take pride in being a part of the program. So, and the biggest thing is just coming out and watching us, and just coming out and watching a game and, seeing who the kids are, and just being a part of it. And just, that's the best way, I would say, being able to support, because I think you'll come and you'll want to come again.
I definitely do. I told you before we started recording that I got two little ones, a kindergarten and first grader, and I need to take them to these kind of events, just so it kind of piques their interest. Me playing in the backyard and them seeing me airball doesn't really get them excited to play. So I got to get them in the game so they can feel the excitement and everything.
Exactly. And that's what it's all about. We, unfortunately, they probably won't let us do games at halftime. So we would let teams from the Collierville Parks and Rec come and play at halftime. And we would do a lot of different things to be able to bring people in. And we would do middle school nights where the middle school teams could come see the gym and see our game. And so, and recognize those kids, because that's part of our future. And, just so many different things that, as a young person, you see these kids, and they're like, oh, okay, I want to be like that person, or I see this person, and it doesn't matter as a parent or as a coach. I could say the same thing to my team the whole time, and if another person comes in and says it, it may resonate with them better, So it's just, being able to, see and have those experiences for kids, there's nothing like it. So, definitely got to get your kids to come on out and have some fun.
And then I think Brendan touched on it, but y'all have known each other kind of previously. Y'all have done some work together. What are some of the things, I guess, that y'all did together with the vision side of things? Because I think that's actually kind of cool. Just some of the new techniques and stuff that people will use to help with hand-eye coordination and things like that. I think that's definitely not something we had back when I was in high school.
Yeah, no question. And, this is just telling on how good of a guy, Brandon is, and the technology. We almost had a scuffle in the gym trying to use the equipment.
I wasn't going to bring that up, but since you did.
Yeah, but, and I saw what he was doing, and, I try to be I'm an outside the box thinker, and I just try to be different than everybody else with different stuff. And, I know time is always limited. And so, I think for our kids, it was a great experience. For me, it was just different because, kids need different, kids' monotony is real for kids, and, we're trying to teach them as coaches. You got to be great at the boring things if you want to be a great basketball player. But something like this that can help them in basketball, and then it's different, we had a lot of laughs. We had a lot of fun that day. And, I definitely, we've talked about Brandon coming back out and doing it again here soon when, time works for both of us. So, but it's just different, and kids, need a change in routine, but it's something, especially in basketball, that it's so prevalent. Like, you got to be able to have good hand-eye coordination, especially if you're passing, all depth perception. There's a lot of things that go into it that people don't realize that, can be beneficial.
Yeah.
So, also, like some of the stuff that you've had some other speakers, looks like you've had some kind of former players come out to visit with you, and then they talk to the guys some, and I think that's a really positive thing also.
Yeah, in building this program, I'm trying to do anything and everything I can to really, dream big. At the end of the day, we're trying to be the best program that we can be. We're trying to get these young men to be the best individuals that they can be. And sometimes you just don't know what resonates with them. And it may be a speaker coming in and speaking to them. Maybe we have someone that wants to, go into your field because they see what you do. You just don't know. And, we have a lot of great kids in our program, and it's just really trying to teach them, different things about their life and opportunities that may come about by bringing in people that they normally wouldn't meet, or, just learning from different people on the basketball court. We've got a great staff. I've got a lot of guys that were at University of Memphis that help out. Sean Taggart, Willie Kemp's actually going to help out this year. Rodney Newsom is as well. So, we've got a vast knowledge, and, fortunately I don't have small man syndrome, because if I did, I'd be in trouble. All my coaches are taller than me.
That is an awesome resource to have, the former players and everything from U of M that are on staff, and they can come help out. So what do you think about first games tomorrow against Haywood County? It's impossible to have any kind of scouting reports or anything like that now, I feel like, especially this year. I know Brownsville in general, that's the home of Tony Delk, I believe. So they can play ball over there. I know that much.
Yeah, well, hopefully they don't shoot it as well as Tony Delk, or we may be in trouble. That's for sure. And one of my best friends is from that area that I went to college with. So, and they play hard. Last year, same coach. So typically they'll probably run a lot of the same stuff, from year to year if it's the same coach. But obviously personnel always changes. So, it'll be interesting. They were young last year, and they'll be a little bit older. So, I really like our team. I think we got a chance to be really good. We move the ball really well. And, if we make open shots, it's going to be tough for teams to guard us because we move the ball so well. So, it's going to come down to defense and rebounding. And I think in any big time game or any team that's successful, I think those are, variables that you have to be really good at if you want to be great. So, for us, we got to be really good at those things and continue to get better throughout the year. And, I think, we'll be ready for tomorrow. We got some guys that it's going to be a little nervous at first. Even for me as a coach, I don't know how they're going to perform. You hope you can count on your seniors to step up and make sure they're ready. And, hopefully the young guys come ready to perform and, find a way to win tomorrow in the opening game. So I'm excited. I know our guys are too, and it'll be fun.
We're excited for everything to get started. You had mentioned, did y'all just start practicing 2 weeks ago? Is that right? Or
yes, November 2nd, I believe, is the first.
Is that how it normally is, or is it just because of the COVID? The way this year is that did it shorten the amount of practice time that you got?
No, well, actually, because of it, they canceled all our scrimmages, so we actually got more practice time. Usually, we scrimmage like the first weekend that you can't, just to get that out of your, the nerves, I guess. But this year, we weren't allowed to have scrimmages against other schools until our first Hall of Fame game, which is tomorrow. So, so it's normal. Right now with our football team still playing, we're missing a few guys. So that will be difficult. One of our players that played last year is still in football. So, we'll have to adjust when hopefully, they're able to continue to win. But, once he comes back, we'll need to adjust as well. So, it makes it a little bit more difficult, but we've had enough time to practice, more time than usual. So, hopefully we're just ready for tomorrow. So.
Awesome. Well, we're excited. Dr. Waller, you got anything?
No, that's it. I'm excited to see how it goes this year, and I think y'all can make it a little further than last year, hopefully.
Well, the good thing is this: if Memphis City Schools don't play, we automatically make the sub-state. So, I tell everybody all the time, everyone's thinking one thing, you have some success the first year, the expectation may be a little too high, Scott. That's what they all tell me. I'm like, well, if you don't have an expectation, you don't have a goal in mind. So I'm hoping that, we just continue to work and get better, and whether they play or not, we just work every day, and, and hopefully we're ready for that big game to, make it happen and keep on moving on in the state tournament. So, we're excited. I do appreciate you guys having me come on, and definitely want you guys to come out and support all the things we have going, and the community as well. Hopefully we can see you guys at a game here soon.
We'll definitely be there. I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, bye.